Hey now, take a step outside and see.
Aloha friends, and welcome back to Aloha Jen's beauty blog. I have a first impressions video for you today of the Rare Beauty Cosmetics by Selena Gomez. I picked up the foundation, the concealer, the highlighter, and the cheek color. I also picked up 2 brushes from the line. This is a really lovely, affordable cosmetics line. And I'm going to give you my first impressions at the end of the video. You'll kind of hear it in the demo. And I just want to say I'm sorry for the demo, guys. Please be patient with me. I'm rusty at filming get ready with me's and makeups because I haven't done one for so long. I think it's been like maybe 5 months since I've done a get ready with me. And so it seemed a little bit awkward when I was filming it. So I apologize ahead of time. So go ahead and watch the demo and see how these products apply to my skin. And I will close out with you at the end and give you my final thoughts on the products. Okay, so let's apply some makeup, shall we? So I've already put on my skincare. I just want to take note here, as you guys notice, I do have some irritation on my skin. It's from 2 things. I did this tool on my skin last night. I've actually been doing it for the last 3 nights, but last night I used the Intense attachment, and it's like microneedling. I'm testing it out. I'm going to be making a video for it. I'm completely obsessed with it. I love it. So my skin is a little bit irritated from that because this particular attachment does, go a little bit deeper into the skin. And then I had to wear a mask for a little bit today. So anytime I wear a mask, I always get some irritation around here. What I'm using to calm that down is actually the Bella Aura Rapid Repair. I use everything Bella Aura for my skin. Today I cleanse with their cleanser. This is my daytime routine. I apply first I apply Rapid Repair. I apply Antioxidant Booster, instant lifting eye contour around my eyes, and I top everything off with Hydra Revive. Since the weather is still kind of warm here, I don't really need moisturizer. These all together just really keep my skin really nice, happy, and hydrated. So this pops up a little bit after the friction, but it will go down a little bit. So I just want to make note of that. So what did I pick up from Rare Beauty? So I picked up their complexion products, guys. These are the products that I feel comfortable with using in their line. So I picked up the foundation. This is the Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation, and I picked up shade 210N, which is a neutral undertone. So this is light to medium skin tones with a neutral undertone. And it's so nice because they match the concealer to your foundation shade. Of course, if you need to go lighter or darker, you can go ahead and make that decision on your own. So 210N in the concealer. I picked up the Soft Pinch Matte Liquid Blush in the shade Grace, and I wanted to pick up Joy, which is the dewy finish, and it's like a peach shade, but they were sold out. I picked up the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer in Mesmerize, and then I picked up also the Liquid Touch concealer brush and the Liquid Touch foundation brush. So with the lip products in this line, I did not feel comfortable picking up because they do contain silicones and also lake dyes, which I don't like to put those on my lips. So I avoided that. I didn't pick up the brow product. Don't need a brow product right now. I have been tinting my eyebrows and that's working out great for me. I didn't pick up the primer because the primer is a luminous finish and I'm not a fan of a luminous finish when it comes to my foundation because I do have texture in my skin in the sense of pores and lines. And I find that luminous finishes have a tendency to enhance that texture. So the ingredients in here, I'm pretty comfortable with. There is a questionable ingredient in here that I don't know if I'm going to react to. It's the isododecane. I might react to that. I'm not sure. There is PEG10, there is silicones in here, but the formula is cruelty-free and vegan, and it is safe for sensitive skin. And with my skin, I have a hard time finding foundation. One, it's mature skin, I have texture. And with how sensitive I am to certain ingredients like citrus oils, essential oils, coconut oil, hyaluronic acid in foundations doesn't work great for my skin. It just really dehydrates my skin because I live in an arid climate. And also, I'm kind of starting to go away from skincare or makeup foundations that have skincare benefits because you know, some of those ingredients that are in the foundations can overlap with your skincare and cause a reaction, okay? So here is the foundation shade, and what led me to pick this out is I went to Sephora to go pick these up. Before I went to Sephora, I did a shade matching online, and I compared it to my lightest shade in the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation, which is Bowen. And it popped up with the shade 200C, and that which is a cool undertone. But I went for shade 210, which is a neutral undertone. I prefer more of a neutral undertone for my skin versus cool. So you have to shake this up before you apply it. So let's go ahead and apply it. All right. Okay, so when I was at Sephora, you can't like test anything. What they did for me to look at the foundation shades is they swatched it on a clear plastic board, and you can hold it up to your chest to see if it's a right match for your skin. So we'll see if I did good. You can only hold it up to your chest. I wanted to hold it up here, but I couldn't because I had a mask on. So it does have a large doe foot applicator, and it says it's medium coverage, so I'm just gonna start out with this much first. It feels sort of as like the same texture as the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. And let's test out this brush. Okay, here is the foundation brush. It looks really, really lovely. It's angled like a diamond, so you can get in the nooks and crannies. So let's just start blending this out. And I think I did good with the shade match. It looks exactly like my skin. So this really blends out very, very nicely. As you can see, sorry, I kind of covered that up. Not good, right? So I'm gonna do half of my face first, and then I'll do the other half. Gosh, I wish I wouldn't have covered up my face. Sorry, guys. Too late to go back now. Okay. So it does look skin-like. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on my forehead here. I like a light to like medium foundation coverage. I don't like full coverage for myself. This brush is really nice. It's really densely packed. It doesn't cause any streaking in the foundation. So I'm not going to build this up at all, only because I'm not like a full coverage foundation type of gal, but I do see that you can build this up to sort of like, it looks like you can do it like a medium to full coverage. Okay. Okay, so foundation on this side, no foundation on this side. So it does look like it's a pretty good match. And my skin's gonna get lighter since we're heading into fall, so that's why I went with also this shade 2 versus going up to like maybe 220 or something, because we're heading into fall. So I don't want to go any darker than this right now. I can always even it out with some bronzer. So as you can see, it is blending out really nicely. And I'm being conservative with the amount I'm applying. I'm not being heavy-handed with my application. So this really has a nice finish to it. It looks very skin-like. Okay, so I need to build it up a little bit more because this side has more foundation, but I guess you can tell it's been a little bit since I filmed a video. Like a get ready with me. I'm kind of like out of practice with my mirror placement. Okay, so this brush is really nice. It does get into the angles of the face very nicely. Okay, I would say that this is definitely medium coverage, at least medium coverage for me. It almost kind of feels like it might be too much coverage, just for me particular. If you're someone who likes a medium coverage foundation, I think that you will really like this, but I feel like it's kind of maybe a little bit too much for me. I might have to play around with this. Now, I am noticing it's kind of seeping into my fine lines and wrinkles. And then I have a dry patch over here, so it is kind of clinging to that right now. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with the concealer. And I'm going to apply this just a little bit underneath my eyes. And this is in the shade 210N, just like the foundation. And I'm just gonna apply it a little bit to the corners of my eyes here. I'm not just sure if I like the finish of this foundation. I might have, like I said, gone a little bit too heavy-handed because it's pretty full coverage for me. It says medium, but for me, this is like totally full coverage, and I don't know if I like that. Okay, so here is the concealer brush, and as you can see, it's angled just like the foundation brush. And okay, so this concealer is really nice. It's blending out very beautifully, and it does have a skin-like finish. Very, very nice. See, looks so good, right? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go on the tip of my nose here a little bit. Wow. I'm gonna be curious to see how this plays around with my fine lines, because as of right now, it's really nice over like my pores. It doesn't really enhance the texture of my pores, but it does enhance my fine lines and wrinkles to where like the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation does not. But then again, like I said, I'm not used to wearing this full of coverage of a foundation. All right, so now that the concealer is on, just like that, I am not going to set it yet, but I am going to go off camera and I'm going to do the rest of my eye makeup, and then we'll come back and we'll finish with powdering, and we'll apply the cream products, and then I'll see if I need powder. So I'm applying an eye primer right now, and then we'll come back and see. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, everyone, I'm back. So I went ahead and did my eyes off camera. I used the Aether Beauty Rose Quartz palette, the Ilia Limitless Lash mascara on my eyes. Now, as I was doing my eyes, I just noticed that this foundation is really seeping into my fine lines. So I'm going to go over it with a damp beauty blender. As of right now, like, I do not like this on my skin. I just feel like is just making my lines appear. I mean, you guys probably can't see it, but I can see it, and I just don't really like it. And it looks sort of powdery. Now, I don't feel like I need to apply powder, but what I just noticed is when I went over it with the Beauty Blender, it did take off some of the coverage. So, so let me touch that up so it doesn't look patchy. Oh, I really don't think I need powder with this, honestly, because it looks kind of drying on my skin right now. So, first impressions is I don't like the way this looks on my skin. Like, I feel like it's definitely like too much coverage for me. And it enhances my fine lines and wrinkles. I'll know a little bit more after it's been on my skin for a little bit, especially when I blow dry my hair, because usually, you know, if things are really going to seep into my fine lines and wrinkles, it'll do it when I blow dry my hair because I get really hot. I do like the concealer. I think the concealer is really nice. It feels really nice and lightweight. The foundation feels really lightweight too. But I am noticing that the concealer is also, it seems to be seeping into my fine lines and wrinkles and enhancing that as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of contouring, guys. I was going to use a little bit more of a denser brush for my contour, but I'm actually going to change it and use something that's a little bit more fluffier, because I noticed that if you use a lot of pressure when you're rubbing on this foundation, it has a tendency to lift. So I'm just going to place a little bit of contour here. I feel like I need to contour more just for me, because I feel like this coverage is a lot for me. It's kind of shocking. That's why I keep bringing it up, because I was expecting it to be not as medium as this. So like I said, this is full coverage for me. It's probably medium for most of you who like full coverage foundation. But yeah, I don't really like this. Okay. Not to be like too negative, but like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but see it seeping into my fine lines right there. So I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little bit more underneath my chin here so you can see it. Okay, so that's all the contour I'm going to be doing. So let's try the blush. Okay, so the color I got is Grace, which it's sort of like this pinky, like sort of, I don't know, lavender color. I don't have to shake it, but look at the packaging on this is pretty. Same thing with the concealer. There's the doe foot applicator, and like I said, it's shaped like a triangle. All right, so I was reading that a little bit of this goes a long way. Well, not reading, watching. So I'm just gonna start out with just putting a little dot. We'll try that first on one side. And I'm just gonna dab it onto my cheeks. Yes, this is definitely pretty pigmented. But this color is really pretty. So I'm just gonna go a little bit more, because you guys know I love my blush. Okay, so next I'm just gonna go in with a, like a, not like a light fluffy brush to, it's called a soft focus brush, to kind of blend that in a little bit more. So it doesn't seem like it's lifting off the pigment, or I'm sorry, not the pigment, but the foundation at all. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit out of practice filming a Get Ready With Me. It's been a while. And also I'm not wearing makeup that much these days because of shelter in place. The only time I put on makeup is to film these days. Okay, so I got just a little bit too much on that side. More. Let me blend this in a little bit better. Let's take the foundation brush. Okay, so this is the blush. Looks pretty. I like this blush. It's actually really pretty, and I like that it dries down to a matte finish. So this is probably going to be a keeper. And guys, you don't need very much of this. Like a little bit goes a long way. So this will last you a very, very long time. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more over here to kind of even it out. I need to even this out. I think this side needs a little bit more. Okay, so this blends out really, really easily, guys. I'm really impressed with this for being a cream product. I really like this. This is probably definitely going to be a keeper. Okay, next, let's try the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer. And what I will do is when I close out, I'll swatch these for you guys so you guys can take a look. Okay, so here we go. So the color I got is Mesmerize. It's like a sort of like a light rose gold color. Here, let me just swatch the blush for you right now too. So I really love this blush color. It's so pretty, and that's called Grace, and then that's Mesmerize. Okay, so I'm just gonna take Mesmerize from my swatch here, and I'm just gonna start out with just a little bit, and I'm gonna dab it on the high points of my cheekbones here. So it's really, really pretty color. I really love this color. I have been searching for a highlighter in this color that's not like a rose gold, but not like a deep rose gold. And I feel like this is like the perfect color. So this is really, 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 really pretty, really pretty, because it doesn't look chunky on the skin. It just looks like your skin has been enhanced with a nice subtle glow. So I really, really like that. It doesn't enhance the texture of my skin at all. It's a really, really nice finish. Now let's do my nose a little bit here. And then I always like to do my chin. And as you can see, like a little bit of this goes a long way. So, okay. So I am noticing a little bit on my chin. It is picking up some of the foundation. Okay, so far, first impressions are I really like the highlighter and I like the blush. The foundation and the concealer, I'm kind of on the fence about, but I'm going to go ahead and do my hair, and then I will come back and close out with you. For what I'm going to be using for lips is I do have the new lip color serum in Bloom. I picked this up when they released it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this shade on because I thought it would be really pretty with this blush. And oh, it is really pretty with this blush. Okay. Okay, you guys, so I will see you in a few. I hope you guys enjoyed that demo, and thank you again for being understanding and patient for me being a little bit rusty at this. Okay, so let's talk about Rare Beauty. Okay, so as a first impression, I am going to be honest with you, is I do not like the Liquid Touch weightless foundation. I'm shade 210N, and I have it swatched right here for you, right next to the same shade in the concealer. So with this foundation, for me, I love the packaging. I think with the packaging on these products is so pretty, and it's functional. I like the doe foot applicator on here, but I personally would prefer a pump. Just seems more sanitary that way. But for me, like, even though it says it's weightless, I do feel it on my skin right now. It feels like it is drying out my skin. I feel like I look older with this foundation because it is clinging or settling into all my lines and my imperfections that I'm self-conscious about on my face. I just feel like this really, if you have fine lines and wrinkles, it really enhances them. Does not enhance my pores, which is really nice. This is a great foundation for those of you who like a true like medium to full coverage. For those of us who like light to medium, it's not something I would recommend for you because they say that this is medium coverage. Well, for me, it is full coverage. So what I have noticed since I've applied this and it's been on my skin a little bit more is that it looks like it's meshing a little bit better, like melting into my skin, but I still see it settling into my fine lines and wrinkles. And like I said, my skin feels really tight, like it's drying out my skin. I have a feeling, which I know what the ingredient in there is that's doing that. And I think it's the isododecane. I'm pretty sure that's the ingredient because I do have issues with undecane giving my skin the same feeling. So I don't think that this foundation is going to work out for me. I will try it with a moisturizer underneath. I just used my Bella Aura Hydra Revive treatment, which is just like a really nice light hydrating treatment. I can usually get away with that as just my moisturizer for these warmer days. But I will try it with the Daily Repair Moisturizer underneath. I'm not going to pick up the foundation primer. I'm not interested in it because it is a luminous finish and I don't like luminous finish on my skin like that because it usually enhances like my pores. So first impression, I don't think this is going to work out for me. I don't recommend it for those of you who have dry, mature skin because as I said, I'm feeling like it's tightening my skin. I did not set this foundation with powder. I don't think that I needed to because it dries down to a skin-like finish. But yeah, you know, if you, like I said, if you like a more of a medium coverage, that this would be a great foundation for you. For me, I just don't like looking like I have foundation on, and this makes it look like I have foundation on. Now, with the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer, I like the way this feels underneath my eyes. I think it feels really, really lovely, but it also is settling into my fine lines as well. It's a great color. I will play around with this. Maybe I need to use less. And I also didn't set it, but I don't think you can really tell. It is a very light concealer. So if you are someone who does have like, you know, a lot of darkness underneath the eyes, I don't think that this would be the right concealer for you. But so I'm going to test it out and see again, but as a first impression, I don't think it's going to work out as well. Now, the brushes that I picked up, I love them. Okay, and then by the way, so here is the foundation in the shade 210N and then the concealer in the shade 210N. So they were matched. When you actually go to Sephora, they have the foundations and the matching concealer. They're like paired up like this in the display. So it's easy for you to pick out the right concealer. And of course, you know, you can go lighter or darker just depending on what you're looking for. So the brushes are really nice. I love the way they applied the makeup. They're very, this is like very densely packed. I love the way that they're angled. So this is the foundation brush And then here is the concealer brush. So these I love, and I will try with other products, and I'm definitely keeping these because they're really, really nice. Let's see. Now, the Soft Pinch Matte Liquid Blush in the shade Grace, which is right here. It's so pretty, guys. I wish I can find a lipstick this color. Actually, I think I might have one, but it's old, so I think I have to toss it. But this, I love this blush. I think it is so pretty. It looks so lovely on my skin. It blended out really nicely. It just gives my cheeks like a natural flush. This is the matte formulation. Blended easy. It's highly pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. This will last you for a very long time. So I love this, and I want more colors because this is the first like cream blush that I've used that I actually really like the formulation. It's staying in place. It's a nice matte finish, just a really beautiful formulation, and this looks like it will last you probably for years. There's so much in here because a little bit goes a long way. Now, the next product I picked up is the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer in the shade Mesmerize, and this is like a light rose gold color. I have it on my cheeks here, on the bridge of my nose, a little bit right here on my chin, and I did put a dab right in through there. This is a beautiful highlighter. I love the formula. It was so easy to blend, and I love that it's not too glittery and it's not chunky. It doesn't enhance the texture in your skin. It just gives you a really nice, beautiful highlight without looking overdone. And of course, you know, these all do have the doe foot applicators too. So yes, definitely love this, and I will be picking up more shades of this because I just really love the way this blended out and looks on my skin. It was so easy. Actually, I think this is going to be my new favorite highlighter. I'm probably going to wear it all the time. I just usually avoid cream highlighters just because, like I said, I don't like how they usually like will mess up your makeup or enhance your texture. This one did not do any of that. So the two products that will be repurchases for more colors will be the soft, I can't get the names right, I'm sorry. The Soft Pinch Matte Liquid Blush. I actually wanted to pick up Joy, which is the dewy formula, but it was sold out. So I'm going to be waiting for Joy to go back in. The other color was Happy, but since I was getting Grace, Happy is kind of like a lighter pink shade, and it's a dewy formula. So I just went with Grace at this time. And then there's a couple more of the highlighters that I really like. So this is the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer. So pretty. I do love these. These I think will be beautiful for all skin types, but these are the two products that are probably going to go back, guys. I will keep you updated on how I like these or if I ended up returning them. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. I love you guys, and have a wonderful rest of your
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.